Black Widow is a 2021 American superhero film based on Marvel Comics featuring a character of the same name, produced by Marvel Studios and distributed by Walt Disney Studios Motion Pictures. It is the 24th film in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. The film was directed by Kate Shortland from a screenplay by Eric Pearson and stars Scarlett Johansson as Natasha Romanoff. Black Widow alongside Florence Pugh, David Harbour, O.T. Fagbenle, Olga Kurylenko, William Hurt, Ray Winstone, and Rachel Weisz. Set immediately after the events of Captain America: Civil War, the film sees Romanoff on the run and forced to confront a conspiracy tied to her past. Development of a Black Widow film began in April 2004 by Lionsgate, with David Hayter attached to write and direct. The project did not move forward and the character's film rights reverted to Marvel Studios by June 2006. Johansson was cast in the role for several MCU films beginning with Iron Man 2 and began discussing a solo film with Marvel. Work began in late 2017, with Shortland hired in 2018. Jack Schiefer and Ned Benson contributed to the script before Pearson was hired. Filming took place from May to October 2019 in Norway, Budapest, Morocco, Pinewood Studios in England, and in Atlanta, Macon, and Rome, Georgia. Black Widow premiered on June 29, 2021, at various events around the world, and was released in the United States on July 9 simultaneously in theaters and through Disney Plus with Premiere Access. It is the first film in Phase 4 of the MCU and was delayed 3 times from an original May 2020 release date due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Black Widow broke several pandemic box office records upon release and has grossed over $173 million worldwide. It also made $60 million in Disney Plus global revenue in its opening weekend. The film was met with generally favorable reviews from critics, with praise for the performances, particularly of Johansson and Pugh, and action sequences. Now let's see what happens in the movie. In 1995, Russian undercover agents, super soldier Alexei Shostakov and Black Widow Melina Vostokov pose as a normal family in Ohio with their surrogate daughters Natasha Romanoff and Yelena Belova. When the mission to steal SHIELD intel is complete, the family escapes to Cuba and rendezvous with their boss, General Dreykov, who has Romanoff and Belova taken to the Red Room for training. Years pass, and Shostakov is imprisoned in Russia, while Romanoff defects to SHIELD after bombing Dreykov's Budapest office, apparently killing him and his young daughter Antonia, an act that haunts Romanoff. In 2016, Romanoff is a fugitive for violating the Sokovia Accords. She escapes from U.S. Secretary of State Thaddeus Ross and flees to a safe house in Norway supplied by Rick Mason. Meanwhile, Belova kills a rogue former Black Widow but comes in contact with a synthetic gas that neutralizes the Red Room's chemical mind control agent. Belova sends the antidote to Romanoff hoping that she will return to help Belova free the other widows. When Romanoff unknowingly drives off with the antidote, she is attacked by Taskmaster, who is after it. Romanoff manages to escape Taskmaster and realizes that the antidote came from Belova. The two reunite in Budapest, where Romanoff learns Dreykov is alive and the Red Room is still active. Shortly after, they are attacked by Black Widows, and Romanoff and Belova evade the widows and Taskmaster before meeting Mason, who supplies them with a helicopter. Romanoff and Belova break Shostakov out of prison to learn Dreykov's location. He tells them to speak with Vostokov, who lives on a farm outside St. Petersburg, where she developed the chemical mind control process used on the widows. There, Belova reveals that while they were not her real family, she believed they were so. Vostokov admits she sent their location to Dreykov, whose agents arrive and take them to the Red Room, an aerial facility. Vostokov and Romanoff use face mask technology to switch places before being captured, allowing Vostokov to free Shostakov and Belova from their restraints. Meanwhile, Romanoff confronts Dreykov, who sees through her disguise. Romanoff learns Taskmaster is Antonia, who suffered damage so severe that Dreykov had to put a chip in her head, turning her into the perfect soldier, capable of mimicking the actions of anyone she sees, including several Avengers. Romanoff attempts to kill Dreykov but fails to harm him due to a pheromone lock installed in every widow. Dreykov reveals that he controls widows worldwide via his desk console. Romanoff intentionally breaks her nose, severing a nerve in her nasal passage to negate the pheromone, and then attacks Dreykov. Shostakov battles Taskmaster, while Vostokov attempts to take out one of the facility's engines, and Belova searches for the other widows, who are sent to protect Dreykov. Together, Shostakov and Belova lock Antonia in a cell. Dreykov escapes as the widows attack Romanoff, but Belova creates an antidote bomb that releases the widows from mind control. Romanov gets into the control desk and copies the locations of the other widows worldwide as the facility begins to explode and fall. Romanov retrieves the 2 surviving vials of the antidote and frees Taskmaster from the locked cell. Vostokov and Shostakov escape via a plane just as Belova takes out Dreykov's helicopter, killing him. Romanov gives Belova a parachute before battling Taskmaster in freefall. After landing, Romanov uses the antidote on Taskmaster, freeing her from servitude. The freed widows arrive as Belova, Vostokov, and Shostakov say goodbye to Romanov. She gives Belova the last antidote vial in the portable drive, telling her to find and free the other, still mind-controlled, widows. As they leave with Antonia, Romanov awaits Ross and his men, who have arrived to apprehend her. 2 weeks later, Romanov reunites with Mason, who supplies her with a Quinjet. She leaves, intending to free the detained Avengers on the raft. In a post-credits scene set after Romanov's death, Belova encounters Contessa Valentina Allegra de Fontaine at Romanov's grave. De Fontaine assigns Clint Barton, the man whom she claims is responsible for Romanov's death, as Belova's next target.